Welcome to my sex room. He like the way I'm doing it. I'm throwing that shit back like boom. Welcome to my sex room. I'm feeling real groovy. Yeah, I'm feeling real groovy off the shrooms. Welcome to my sex room. Like the way I'm doing it. I'm throwing that shit back like boom. Welcome to my sex room. He like the way I'm doing it. I'm throwing that shit.
Welcome back to After Dark with Dr. Chocolate, formerly known as the Sex Room, where the lights get low and the conversations get risky and the truth comes all the way out. No judgment, no filters, and definitely no safe words for these topics tonight. We're talking sex, we're talking fantasies, relationship, kinks, turn-ons, toxic behaviors, body confidence, and all things people whisper about but secretly want to hear. So clock in, get comfortable, and prepare for your late night checkup because Dr. Chocolate is officially in the building. And today's topic is none other than unicorn hunters. Like, bro, have you ever heard of it? I think this is my first time hearing about it. So that's why I really love to do this show because as I learn, you learn, or as you learn, I learn. Hey, however you want to look at it, right? Anyways, unicorn hunting is a practice in which an existing couple, often heterosexual, actively seeks a third person, usually a bisexual woman, to join their relationship either temporarily, like for a threesome, or permanently, for a polyamorous arrangement. The term unicorn comes from the rarity of finding someone who meets the couple's specific expectations, such as being exclusively available for both partners, having no other intimate relationships, or being willing to engage in group sex. Okay. So, how it works is usually typically a bisexual woman is the target, through sometimes a bisexual man or non binary person may be the target. Um, the unicorn is expected to be available to both members of the couple, often without the same rights or autonomy as equal triad partners. So couples may use dating apps, social events, or polyamory gatherings to find a match. So there is a such thing, guys, called unicorn hunting. I didn't even know unicorn. I'm thinking, regular old unicorns with a horn in. See, it's so many different titles and names and stuff. They got the pineapples. We're gonna learn about it, y'all. That is why we're here. Man, this one may be a long one because I did find multiple clips that I really liked on this. So we are definitely going to get into it. So why don't we go ahead and start now? Let's go ahead and get into it.
Unicorn. A unicorn is a person that typically joins an existing couple. Now, the term is used because unicorns don't exist, and finding a person that's open and willing to join an already existing couple is very rare.
Okay, that makes sense as to why unicorn, because unicorns are very rare. Okay. All right, well I guess that was a good name that they picked for that. Let's get into it.
Now, in the poly world, a lot of people don't like to use the word uh, unicorn because it's commonly used by monogamous people that aren't really looking for something serious. Now, to
Oh,
me, words can have multiple meanings, and it makes the most sense to use the word unicorns for any type of poly relationship for a person that's joining a couple because poly is not a traditional way of dating. Piggybacking off of that, it's very rare to find a person that is willing to
okay.
join an existing couple. I
Facts.
call myself a unicorn because I am a person that joined an already existing relationship, and we've been together for 6 years.
Okay.
And they've never made me feel like a third wheel, nor have I ever felt like a third wheel. We all have our own individual relationships with each other, and we are all equal. So their relationship is not put on a higher pedestal than my relationship with him or my relationship with her or the relationship that we all have together.
Okay. Well, okay. So they in a relationship, so it's a unicorn, but you still can be in a relationship. So, well, but once you get into a relationship, are you still a unicorn, or are you now, just in the poly relationship? Hmm. I don't know. Well, that was good, and it was really good coming from somebody who is actually involved and into that. Okay, all right. So since we had her, now we're gonna get to a guy who's talking about it, who's also involved in it. Let's go ahead.
hunting. My wife and I have always gotten people that would come after us a little bit because we hunt unicorns, because that's why we got in the lifestyle. Like a lot of couples, we got in the lifestyle because my wife was bisexual. I liked women. I'm straight, so we wanted to play with women together. Yes, she's called a unicorn, a single bisexual female in the lifestyle. And I will say this, I don't agree that there's any kind of hunting. Hunting is essentially going out and shooting somebody and taking them home and eating them like a deer. But also, it's not like you're convincing somebody to do something that they don't want to do. When you're on swinger apps, women
Okay, okay. At least we know that we not trying to force them into doing anything they don't want to do. So that's a good place right there to pause.
are proud to be bisexual and play with couples. We have met unicorns that are like, yes, I am a unicorn. This is not emotional at all. I like you and I like you and I want to do you both at the same time and you're pretty cool, so let's hang out. That's what it is. There is no hunting there. In fact, if anything, we've met some unicorns that are very like upfront, like, hey, we're doing this. Like, I am doing both of you. And you're like, okay, cool. So it's not a hunting. You're not convincing or pressuring or pushing anybody. And so to say that there's people out there hunting unicorns, it's not like you're convincing people and forcing people to play with couples. Women are playing with couples because they want to. It's the same thing as there's not bull hunting out there. It's not like couples are out there forcing single men to go play with their wives and any of that. So when it comes to the hunting term, I think it's one of those where it's like people who are just jealous or have chips on their shoulder. I mean, it's a red flag. When some people say terms, like that, like, oh, you're a unicorn.
Okay, he's saying they mad because they can't do it. That's what I'm getting out of. They mad because they're not, and maybe one of them wants to do it, but the other one doesn't. Like maybe the man would be pissed because he gets to do it, or maybe the woman wants to do it, but her husband doesn't want to do it. So that's why people talk about it in a bad way. Because I guess you have it looked at as a bad thing for some people, but we're gonna get into it because I got both sides of this. I got clips from everybody and what everybody thinks because I don't know what to think because I know nothing about it. So that's why we're here learning.
Hunters, like, dude, don't come near me. I don't want to know you. I don't want to say hi to you. I don't want to talk to you because you're not my type of people, because there's something not right with you, if that makes sense. And again, I just share from my experience for anybody out there who wants to learn about the lifestyle and not attack people in the lifestyle.
Ah, okay. So they be getting attacked. Well, you know what? People, that's just like poly. They get attacked. I mean, anybody doing anything different sexually is going to be attacking, especially if it's not regular and, other people don't know all about it. There's a lot of people that don't know, they don't know much about it, about any other type of sexual thing, but regular, regular, regular. Good old missionary, good old from the back, good old on the top, on the bottom. That's all they know, right? So that's probably the thing. I think that's the thing. You be scared of what you don't know anyway. Now, hey, you don't want to be a unicorn? Don't be a unicorn. I don't want to be a unicorn, so I'm not going to be a unicorn. But if you do want to be a unicorn, go ahead and be a unicorn. Well, let's keep going then. Let's keep going. I think we had somebody talking about it bad that I wanted us to hear. So let's see if I can find them. I think it was her. I'm not quite sure, but I don't know. It wasn't her. I know exactly who it was. I got all these clips. Don't mind me.
Unicorn hunters are predatory, and here's why. Not only is the couple fetishizing you, they are actually using you as a toy or something that they could just pick up at will and play with and put back on the shelf. Notice how these couples always seek out someone who they deem as weak. May include someone who's younger, someone who is lonely, and the list goes on. For those
Okay, so how does she notice? Where does she find these people at? Because she said notice how. So I was wondering at first, when she was a little bit seeming like, upset about it. Did somebody use her? Was she unicorned up? You know what I'm talking about? Like, or is she just talking about what she watches because she watches from the outside looking in and maybe she's in some of those places? I'm not quite sure. But we're going to listen to her.
of you who don't know, a unicorn hunter is a couple that is in a relationship or a marriage that seeks out a third person into their relationship. But the way that they seek out the third person is actually really predatory because they prey on people who that they think are weaker. All right, keep your comments and your questions coming. Bye.
Okay, well, she thinks it's predatory because they prey on weaker people, and I don't know. I mean, I guess I'm not weak. Nobody never preyed on me. I don't know what to say about that. So that's pretty strange. from what everybody else is saying. But I feel like they can't force you to be a unicorn. But I guess if they do prey on the weak, then I guess that's how they would get you. But okay, well let's see this. Do y'all think this lady seems weak? She said the other lady, the first lady we talked to, did she seem weak to y'all? She seemed like she had understanding. Well, let's check. There's another lady that's already involved or had involved herself in the same type of relationships as she calls herself a unicorn. So we're gonna let her speak.
Opinion, but being a unicorn is amazing. It gets a really bad rap in the polyamory community, but I think it's great. I'm Haley. I'm a 29-year-old bisexual polyamorous woman, and I've been a unicorn before. You might be
See, she been a unicorn before and she thinks it's great. So doesn't sound like she's being forced. I don't know. Doesn't look like she's being tied or chained up. So, let's continue.
wondering what is a unicorn, though. In case you don't know, being a unicorn is acting as a third person in a couplehood. It could be for dates, for traveling with a couple, or even just play in the bedroom. It's called a unicorn because this person is meant to be hard to find and a little mystical and magical. If you ever see folks on dating apps with a unicorn emoji in their bio, it usually means it's because they are a unicorn or they're looking for one. I've been a unicorn multiple times for different couples, and I personally love the dynamic.
Okay, y'all. So she said, y'all, if y'all feeling it, you know what I'm saying? Put that unicorn in y'all bio. You heard it here. You heard it here.
It's really fun to enter into a couplehood as a third party and see the relationship dynamic that already exists. It can be really fun and exciting, and you can ignite this new relationship energy. You can also learn a lot about yourself and your own pleasure through being a unicorn. Once I went on a trip with a couple, and when I got to my hotel room, they had bought me a stuffed unicorn plushie and put it on my bed, and it was the cutest thing ever, and I still have it. Being a unicorn or being a unicorn hunter is no big deal as long as everyone is on board with the process. Obviously, consent and boundaries need to be in place for this to be successful, but if they are, it can be such a beautiful time. Plus, it's a really big confidence boost to be wanted by a couple, at least in my opinion. Drop a unicorn emoji down below if you've been a unicorn or you've hunted for one. And follow for more content.
Yes, drop a unicorn down below if you've been a unicorn before, if you plan on coming one. I really want to know. We would like to know. Put that unicorn in the chat if you've already been there and done that, because you might have. You just might have. Okay, well, let's get to the next clip. Let's get into it.
And find a unicorn and why it is so difficult is one of the most common questions I am asked. How do I find a unicorn? We've had no luck. Stop looking for an object toy or anything of that sort. My suggestion is this: have your wife find another girl out there who happens to be single and happens to be bisexual, and guess what? If you go after the friendship route, you're probably going to have a lot more success. That's what's worked for us. I will say this is when you're out living,
They be befriending the girls first. That do kind of sound kind of predatory, hunting prey type. When he said it, like befriending, no. But I mean, I guess, but it's like, so the whole time you really wasn't trying to be my friend, though. You know, you was trying to unicorn me. That's crazy work. I don't know, y'all. I guess it's different strokes for different folks.
literally looking for someone to play with, you and your wife or you and your spouse or you and your partner, it's a lot more difficult because you are looking for an object of toy. It's a different mindset. It's a different way that we communicate. When you are friendly, you're respecting somebody, you are talking about boundaries, you respect their time, you value their time, and that alone will give you so much more than what a lot of other couples out there are getting. Because you got to remember, a unicorn, a single bisexual female, she's getting hit up by single dudes, single women, couples, all this stuff. If you can set yourself apart and be honest and real and treat her as a human, you're going to have a lot more success. That's what it ultimately comes down to, because they are so highly sought after. A lot of people, yes, get into this lifestyle to play with a unicorn, so they are difficult to find. Are they out there? Yes, they are. But if you're trying to force somebody into playing, it's never going to work.
Okay, well, at least he said no forcing, so that's pretty good. Because I was wondering where he was going with that, for real. I was like, wait a minute, where is he going with that? Okay, so basically what he says, get your girl to get out there and get you another girl. But that's kind of, everybody kind of already knew that. I mean, that's how threesomes, usually generally start. But sometimes the men be out there, but I feel like you get more when the women do it. Like if a man is out there trying to find a third person, it's not the same as when the women get to something like this.
You like it?
Pat yourself on the back, girl.
Something like that. See, he was happy. He was straight up happy. You know what I'm talking about? He said, pat yourself on the back, girl. Okay, so we're gonna get to our next clipping because yeah, we already rolling with the time over here. See these episodes getting longer and longer, but oh, this unicorn, I found so much stuff on it, y'all. So much stuff on this. So let's get into it.
So now I would like to cover unicorn hunting and unicorns. So unicorn hunting is when a couple, typically a heterosexual couple, seeks a unicorn, which is typically a bisexual woman who is often expected to date and sexually engage with both of them equally. So the three defining factors for a unicorn hunter / unicorn is it's triad seeking. They are seeking a specific third partner to fit and finish the triad, and nothing is open outside of that. It's a bisexual woman focus, so she's usually interested in both partners equally. And then there's power dynamics, and this can be really tricky as the couple often holds more influence over the relationship, and this is where a lot of criticism comes in for unicorn hunting and unicorns, and we'll go into that more later.
Okay, that makes sense. She kind of laid it down for y'all. She got y'all to break down. So basically, yes, the couple is, originators. But the other girl said, she didn't feel no separation she didn't feel like a third leg or they didn't treat her different. But I'm pretty sure at the end of the day, if it was to be called off, I wonder how that go. Do the couple break up with the unicorn or do somebody in the couple go ahead and take the unicorn? You know what I'm saying? And leave the other couple. Oh, see, now that's what I should have seen if I could have found some clips like that, but I did not. But that would have been perfect, not gonna lie. Super duper perfect. But anyways, let's continue because we still got the clips, so let's get into it.
Tell if a couple in your proximity is just being really nice or if they're looking for a unicorn in their relationship. Hi, my name is Sahai and I live in Atlanta, and at this point I feel like I have been approached to be recruited into someone else's relationship in a roundabout way too many times. Hence why I'm making this video. I'm not here to yuck anyone's yum.
Okay, so it be cracking in Atlanta.
If you're into polyamory, if you're in an open relationship, I do not care, and I'm not talking about you. However, I do want to talk about the experience of being approached to be in someone else's relationship, whether it's romantically or just sexually. In my experience,
Okay, now that's a good question right there. A good stopping point too, so that I can ask the question: have you ever been approached, to be, a unicorn? Oh, that's a good question. I never been approached to be, and no one's never liked me enough to. A couple has never approached me. I feel left out. I want to be approached.
I found that it usually happens in a social setting like a club, a lounge, a party. Almost every time I have been approached, it's always been by the woman, which makes sense. I think a lot of women are less likely to have an adverse reaction to another woman approaching them. And this is why sometimes I feel like it can be predatory, because it's like they send a woman to you to talk to you as though they want to be friends, or it's something platonic and innocent.
Okay, so she said it right there. That's why they felt it was predatory because it's the friend thing. I said it may not work for everybody. You trying to play with me. You don't really want to be a friend. You just really want to do whatever you want to do. Okay, so that's even crazier. Okay, all right, let's get into it.
When really it always ends up being something else. So to me, it's really obvious right off the bat that this isn't a woman who just wants to tell me that my outfit is cute and maybe strike up conversation, because they'll usually offer you something, whether it's buying you a drink or inviting you to their section. And they might even say, hey, come meet my friends. Said friend is usually just a man, their man. I'm 25 and I'm usually approached by people who are at least 38. They're usually millennials or Gen X. It definitely gets hairy in those settings because there's alcohol involved. If you're in their
That other lady did say they prey on the younger. Okay.
section, they may be giving you a lot of free alcohol and offering you a lot of shots. And then by the end of the club experience, they may be asking you if you want to go to the after party or what you're about to get into. I was trying to be nice, but not. It's weird. It's weird that there is a lack of transparency and you are being recruited into something that you have no idea about. So that's the first circumstance.
So it's kind of like pimping. Cause pimpers, they be recruiting too, and they be saying all kind of sweet nothings, right? Crazy work. Selling that dream. Mm-hmm.
That's like the most common
It make a little
circumstance where
sense.
it's kind of more obvious. It can also happen in regular, normal day-to-day life in broad daylight. I was at the airport the other day and I was like commiserating with this lady about all the flight cancellations and how horrible the experience was. Her husband would like chime in here and there and like make his little commentary, and that was fine. I advised them on an email address to reach out to so that they can get refunded for their canceled flight. So the husband asked if I could send him the paragraph that I sent to the airline to get my money back. So I said, sure. I turned to his wife and I said, what's your phone number so I can send it to you? I'm not texting a married man. I don't care. I think it's weird and it's just inappropriate. So I directed it to her. But I thought it was also strange that she didn't care how much he was interacting with me and the communication he was trying to have with me. Because we were taking the same flight, we were walking around the airport kind of together, like following each other around. He was just always trailing behind us, saying things like, oh, you guys sit together, stay together, like y'all would be good friends. The man in the equation is usually like in the background pulling strings and like sending the woman after another woman. And this is already 3 minutes, so y'all let me know if you want a part 2 on this gap session.
That's crazy. Okay. All right. See, you got to hear different point of views on stuff so you can see how you feeling. Personally, I'm not interested, but if you into that, it probably would be fun. I don't see why it wouldn't be fun if you interested, if you bisexual already and you already like threesomes and you already part poly or yeah, I don't see why it wouldn't be fun for y'all. So, man. All right, let's go ahead and continue. We're getting all our little uh ways of what people think unicorn is and how they feel about it. Our descriptions from different people. Shout out to them, y'all. Be welcome to follow all their TikToks.
Hunters are usually an established couple looking for someone to join their existing relationship.
You need to be established because if it's a new couple, that's probably crazy. Y'all need to sit back and chill. But I mean, as an established couple, and you make up your minds to want to do something like this, hey, what can I say? Grown people, right? Grown people do grown things. Who am I to judge them?
Okay.
And that can be usually they're called unicorn hunters as in a derogatory form because it's, I would say, right? Because it's usually a heterosexual man and a bisexual woman looking for another bisexual woman to join the relationship.
Right.
But it's like they're looking for someone to join their already existing relationship.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm acting like all surprised. Like, oh, really? That's what a unicorn hunter is. Like, I don't know. Yeah.
Bro, I didn't know either. Don't worry. I'm just finding out today. What they say, I was today years old when I found out what unicorn hunter meant.
I don't see these people on Facebook join groups all the time and be like, we're looking to add a third to our relationship.
Or they'll say, we want to spice up our relationship. So
Yeah.
they are looking
Right, you'll see that on them dating apps too sometimes where they got their little couple. When you see a couple, you should already know, okay, well, why does this person have their wife with them and they over here trying to message me type stuff? You already should probably be like, that's probably them type of people right there too. Whole time trying to get in good. Then next thing you know, their conversation start off, yes, I have a wife here. Yes, she know we're looking. Oh, okay. Why you just didn't put all that in your bio? Why did you, lies?
Yes, that's right.
Someone to join their relationship.
Yeah.
But it can be usually either like sexual or non-sexual.
Okay, well, no one else said it would be non-sexual. That was a good way to look at it. Sexual or non-sexual, because, why would, what? So we could just have three people. We just want to talk. So we just want you to come over here and talk to us. And maybe you give us massages. Maybe you'll clean our house. But we're not going to have sex with you. Well, that seems kind of weird to me, but I mean, hey, if I don't know, right? If that's just whatever kind of unicorn you are, I don't really understand it. I don't know, but here goes some people that was playing or not playing. I think it was a skit though. Thought it was cute.
Hunting in the grocery store.
We came up to you because we saw you walking that way. This is my girl. This is Janice. I'm sorry I didn't introduce you.
Nice to meet you. So pretty. Thank you.
Yeah, do a little turnaround real quick. Little turnaround, yeah, you know what I'm saying? You got a boyfriend? He blowing you up?
No.
Have you ever, like, you know what I'm saying? Relationship?
What you mean?
Like us.
Experimented.
Purposes. It's up to you because I remember you said
I'm down.
Yeah.
Also, we gonna be the first.
Yeah.
She said, yeah.
What you want to do?
You got an Instagram? Yeah.
Bet, I'm taking a picture. Bet, I got you. Here, I'll hold it for you.
Yeah.
Be a gentleman. What you do for a living, like?
I dance.
For real?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. We got a big house, and we can put like a big 20-foot. Yeah, exactly.
Sushi, perfect.
Yeah. Well, let's go.
All right.
You know what a goat is?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They crazy. Yeah, that was like a skit. We know that was fake. The cameraman was too there for that. You know, I love skits though. Fake or not, they still go with what I'm talking about right now. So let's go ahead and carry on. We have about 2 more clips, guys, and we will be done. Yes, I told you this was going to be a long one, but hopefully after this you will understand a little bit more about unicorn hunting, and you can go look it up yourself or figure out if you would like to be a unicorn, or if you and your man or your wife would like to be unicorn hunters. Okay, let's go.
It's time to open up your relationship with your partner. You're ready to have a 3-fun, but where do you find them? Where do they frolic? I'm going to tell you guys. Personally, I do not advise looking for a unicorn on a regular dating app like Tinder or Plenty of Fish. And I say this because the unicorns that you're going to find on there are most likely either not real, or they're not really sure. They don't know boundaries and rules and all that stuff. And also, they're, again, super hard to find. Me and my partner tried this for years on those apps and just couldn't really find any. You could go to a bar or go to a club. It's a possibility. I'm not saying that it doesn't happen. And I'm talking like regular bar, regular club. I'm not talking swingers. I'm not talking polyamorous. I'm talking you're going to like the local tavern or the local club or whatever. You definitely could find somebody there, and it's totally happened. But again, you want to be careful with this because that person doesn't necessarily understand boundaries, dynamics, all the things that, you know, can get messy. So do I recommend this? No, but I don't not recommend it. Either way, it's going to be difficult, and it's not going to be easy to find a unicorn. That is why they're called unicorns.
And that's crazy because she said how to find a unicorn and literally did not tell us. she said a bar or a club, and then still told us that she didn't recommend that. So what you didn't she didn't recommend the social media sites, the Tinder, the Plenty of Fish. Then she recommended the bar and the club, but then she didn't recommend it at the end. My girl said, look, I don't know how you're gonna find her, but just keep looking. Ah, man, that was crazy. See, I don't watch these too much beforehand. I take a little bit, and I'm like, okay, cool. That sounds like they talking about what we talking about, and we'll just talk about it on the show. But man, I might need to stop doing these blind reactions because she wasn't saying nothing.
You were a unicorn hunter?
A unicorn hunter?
Yeah, so you and your wife played together,
Yes,
together.
yes,
You're always
yes.
trying to find a third.
Yes.
That's called unicorn hunting.
I didn't know what that's what it's called, a unicorn hunter?
Yeah, because...
Well, I dub thee thy unicorn hunter, and I shall hunt thy unicorns and nourish them. I am not the killer of the unicorn.
He got me weak, y'all, but that was cute, and that is the end of our show, guys. So we do want to know if you want to be a unicorn or if you want to be a unicorn hunter. Please leave your comments below. Thank you for being with us, giving us your time at the After Dark show with Dr. Chocolate. We will see you again. All right, like, share, comment below, and please subscribe if you haven't already, and have a good night.
Welcome to my sex room. He like the way I'm doing it. I'm throwing that shit back like boom. Welcome to my sex room. I'm feeling real groovy. Yeah, I'm feeling real groovy off the shrooms.